going on with Lady D today? I'm your host, Lady D. Join us every Thursday at 4 p.m. for another breakthrough conversation. Be a guest on our show, 216-571-2235. Welcome to What's Going On with Lady D today. And we're located here in the heart of 7100 Euclid Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome to my show, Barbara.
Thank you.
How you doing this
I'm
afternoon?
doing great. I'm blessed.
Excellent, excellent. So we have Barbara Bibbs, who is the founder and executive director of Jamocha Arts Center. I want to thank you for being a guest and coming on.
I'm
And if
honored.
you would be so kind to tell our audience a little bit about who Barbara Bibbs is.
Well, Barbara Bibbs is a energetic person of interest. I'm an entrepreneur. I have a 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at doing programs for young people, for teenagers, and now even senior citizens.
Excellent,
And I'm enjoying the ride.
excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
Since December of 2000, and we started out with five artists, a playwright, dancers, and they were all professional people. Then we all got together and said, let's do a program. Let's start a company.
Okay.
We came up with the name Jamocha, which is Swahili pronounces Yumoke,
Okay.
and it means everyone loves the child. So our focus was on young people,
Excellent,
and we
excellent,
all we did it voluntarily. And in 2002, we became a 501c3 nonprofit.
excellent. So, are you a playwright?
Yes, I am. I've written several plays at Karamu and Akron and a couple other places, and my daughter also followed in my footsteps, and she's an award-winning playwright also.
And her name is, let's not keep
Michelle
that a
Dancy.
secret.
Michelle Dancy. She was actually in the sixth grade, and the Marilyn Bianchi, which is now Dobama, search for young girls and boys under the age of 15 that wrote plays. And so she won out of 300 entries. She was one of the ones. And so they performed her play called Call Me Daddy. Right now she's like up 50 years old,
Okay.
but she was 12 when she won that award.
So exciting.
Yeah,
So
I'm proud of her.
exciting. That is
Yes.
just awesome. And then the plays that you have written, tell us what got you into playwriting?
Along with a couple of friends, we love music and we like lyrics, and we start writing songs, and lyrics, and we decided let's put a play to bring the lyric and the song to life, put it on stage, and that's how we started. So I went to several classes in playwriting, story writing, and just really got caught up in it. I love it. I love it. And so I've written several plays at Karamu House that actually sold out at Karamu. One, Until the Vinegar Runs Out, was my first one.
Okay.
And we had an all-star cast from
Oh,
Karamu that performed in it. And we just kept it going year after year.
that is so
Yeah,
exciting.
yeah.
So, do you have another play that's going to be coming up soon?
I,
Are you working on something?
actually, I was approached by a team of people in Las Vegas that did a stage presence of a well-known artist who's now deceased.
Okay.
And I was told that he wanted to meet me.
Okay.
And I hadn't written in about 2 years. But the drummer that was in Las Vegas at the same time, Elijah Gilmore,
Okay.
plays for Gladys Knight. And he spoke to this young man and he said, I would like to do this as a play for about an hour and then come on strong with my music the second half. And so he said, well, I know someone in Cleveland that could probably write this script. And so they came to Cleveland. Uh, there were other people, like Terrence Spivey was the director of Karamu. He was involved in it.
Yes.
And so now I'm writing the script of this person.
Oh, that is just
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I can't wait till this
Yeah, you'll
comes
know
to
about it soon. Soon.
And you can
They
come and
said don't-
share with
yeah,
us.
Yeah, right.
That'll
right.
be awesome. I grew up at Caribbean House too.
Yeah.
My mother was a playwright. She worked up under Reuben and Dorothy Silvers.
Wow.
And of course, you know, the whole family, we lived at Caribbean on Saturday
Yeah.
with modern dance and art classes
Yeah.
and things like that. So it's
Yeah.
really good. It's good that our youth can be exposed
Yeah.
because we need that because
That's
they've
right.
taken so much out of the schools.
Yes, they have.
And
the
you-
arts.
yeah, arts
they've
is
taken
gone.
the arts out. Yeah.
And you
So,
know, and that's part of you being creative
Mm-hmm.
because we're all are talented in some form or fashion.
Right,
And
exactly.
if you give them the exposure, then you challenges them to challenge themselves
That's right.
to see what it is that
That's right.
they're really going to be good at.
And you know, I found out that a lot of the issues that these young people are having at home come into play when they're writing. We teach creative writing, and we want them to write a story,
Right.
you know, and we want them to draw a picture, or we want them to paint. And a lot of their issues at home come out on these canvases, you know, and we're looking at, oh, this child is angry about something, you know. So it gives them an outlet,
Yeah.
you know, to express themselves without saying, this happened to me,
Yes.
you know.
Because that's just how a lot of the child psychiatrists, they find out what's going on with your child
Yeah.
when they take them in a room and give them
Yeah.
a piece of paper and crayon, and this child draws up something and it's telling what they're experiencing.
That's right. That's right.
You know, and they may be so young they don't even know how to express it.
That's right.
So all they know is what they see, and they can pretty much stick people and
Absolutely.
draw it.
Absolutely.
You know, so that is
Yeah.
really powerful. You also offer music. Let's talk
Yes.
about the music classes. I think that is really nice.
Okay, like I said, Elijah Gilmore, and he wanted his own company, so we did a 501c3 for him
Okay.
called Tribe of Eli. But he teaches drum therapy.
Okay.
And so he went into the daycares. We sent him into the schools, you know, to teach drum therapy. We also utilized a lady from Atlantic City to do our dance classes. So she did praise dance, she did hip hop dance, she did all kind of dance. She's an award-winning dancer in
Oh.
Atlantic City.
Okay, and her name is?
Her name is Karen Berry.
Okay.
Karen Bear. Hi, Karen. And so then we said we put her in line with the seniors. When some of the centers, one on 152nd, is the 152nd Community Center, Collinwood.
Okay.
And Miss Shepherd, and she called me, and so she said, "What do you have for seniors?" I said, "What do you want? You know, we can do a photo book. You know, we can do some drama classes." And she said, "No, they want to dance." So I
Good.
called Karen and I said, "Okay, we're gonna teach the seniors some dance movement." She said, "Well, let's let them get up and exercise, and that'll be their movement." You know, she said. So she went out there, and we hired her for 2 days a week, for 6 weeks, and she went out there. And when she started, they didn't want to get up. They didn't want to get up. They, you know, like, "Oh, I'm playing cards. Oh, you know, I don't want to do this." When she came back the second time, the second day, she had their music.
Okay.
She played the Temptations, she played the Four Tops, and she played their music, and they got up. And, "Oh, you don't know about this move, do you?"
Brought
"Oh,
back
this-"
memories.
Yeah, and they all got up and they all danced. And when it was her last day, they didn't want her to go. It was so nice.
we need this in our community, and I
Yeah.
see more and more that we are doing for our elders. You
Mm-hmm.
know, um, don't just put them and shut them in and close the door
Right.
because they are the reason why you are here.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
And in other countries, they don't lock their elders and their
Right.
seniors up
That's
and
right.
put them away. Matter of fact, they stay at home,
They stay at
and
home
the
with
whole
them.
the whole family takes care of the senior. Okay, and that's what we need to do more of. Look after them, protect them. Look at give them, motivate them
That's right.
to keep living.
That's right.
Okay,
That's
nobody
right.
wants to just sit on a couch and
That's right.
and be a couch potato and be shut in and everybody's gone and you're all alone.
Right.
That they die. Then they get lonely and they die.
Yeah.
Because of not being loved.
Exactly.
Being lonely,
Yeah.
and nobody wants to be lonely.
Right. Nobody
No, no,
at
no.
any age.
So, what is the age group that you are working with the youth?
We start at like 4. They're like preschool ages.
Okay.
And we start them with paintings, drawings, letting them be creative, and then the ones that are school age, that are like 6 and up, maybe to 13.
Yes.
We have about 30 violins. And so we
Nice.
contract with the Cleveland School Music Settlement.
Yes.
And they send the teacher out to a center, and he teaches music to the kids. After 8 weeks, then they have a recital. And all the family and friends, the neighborhood, they want to see these kids. And they perform music.
We need to petition and get music back into our school systems because this is something that is also giving them an outlet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also it could be something that they could be wind up being their profession because every child is not going to college.
Right. That's right.
And every child is not college driven or college material. That may not be their path. So we have to open up other opportunities and give them different exposures.
Exactly.
Speaking of exposures, you also do field trips.
Yes, we do educational field trips. We don't
Okay.
just take them anywhere. They're educated. We have volunteer teachers that go on every field trip, and then they talk to them afterwards.
Okay.
We give them something to eat afterwards at whatever center. Uh, and they have to write down what they saw, how they felt. So we took them to the Charles Wright African American Museum in Detroit.
Okay.
And it was very emotional, really, for me.
Okay.
Seeing the people down in the ship laying on top of each other and all. I mean, it was hard, and I thought it might have been too hard for the kids,
Right.
but I don't think it was. I mean, I think the adults had a hard time with it more than
Then
the kids.
yeah.
But when it was over, and then we took them to Ryan's, which is just like a Golden Corral,
Okay.
and we told them, think about what you saw. Is there anything in what you saw that you would change? And they all raised their hands. They all had something to say. And it was all good what they said, what they
That's
would
good.
change.
Yeah.
And so we're looking at, they did learn. They didn't just look at something, and say, okay, when we going to go to Cedar Point, or when we going to do this? So they were educated.
Do you recall some of the things that they may have said that they would want to change? Because I find that it's so important that we hear what our youth is feeling.
Exactly. Several of them, when they saw that particular feature with the slaves, the slave ship, they said that, well, who's in charge? Well, who made them lay down there? And what could they have done? Who made them lay like that?
Right.
And they didn't understand that. A lot of them didn't understand. And that let me know that either they're not being taught in school,
Right.
and so we told them that these were slaves, and it was so bad that they, were willing to die, and kill off their kids, instead of going through that. Well, who was in charge? So it's like they're looking at a scenario of what's real, and they want to know, now I'm living and I'm doing okay. I
Right.
sleep every night. I'm eating all the time. Why are they like that? You know, and we have to help them to relate to the time that this happened.
Right.
And even though some of them still didn't understand it, and some didn't want to see it. They didn't want to go in there. But there were other things like the history, Black history, that they saw. A lot of our well-known African American people that created a lot of things there. They were very surprised that the blacks created that. You know,
Yeah.
and they went away saying that if they could do it, I can do it.
See? And that's why it's important that we take and share, spend time with them, and educate them because we shouldn't depend on other people to educate our children about our culture.
About us, right?
And if you don't know about your culture, it's never too late to learn.
Exactly.
Because we're finding different things. More and more information is being exposed, and if you get in there and really dig deep, just start with the Bible. Let's, the
Yeah,
Bible
yeah,
is a
exactly.
history itself,
Exactly.
and it will share and enlighten you on a lot of things that happened then that's still happening today.
Yeah.
And you're a minister.
I am.
Oh,
I was gonna say that I did a Black History message this year, and it was during their youth time.
Okay.
And so at the church I went to, not my church, but a church I was invited to
Yes.
teach Black History.
Yes.
And so they says, well, we're gonna have a lot of kids in here. And so the way I wrote it was to let them know we didn't start with being pounded as slaves. We were kings and queens.
Yes.
And I told them about Noah's sons and that we're from the race of Ham. And I told them that we were builders. We built iron and we built all types of things. We were builders.
Right.
And yes, we may have forgotten about God. I went into that spiel, which I don't want to have to get into, but
Yes. It's okay.
they sat there with their mouths open. They were very attentive because they've been taught in school to start as slavery.
Right.
No.
And that's not true.
No. That happened to have been a circumstance. But you started out royally.
Yes.
Kings and queens.
Yes.
You know.
And all blacks were not slaves.
No.
So,
No.
there was a portion.
Yeah.
Everybody wasn't a slave.
Everybody wasn't a slave.
So, see, that's another educational
Right.
lesson to
Right.
learn.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So, you have a wonderful event that's going to be coming up.
Yes, I do. It is the Bedford Community Outdoor Pop-Up. And this is our third year participating and helping to organize that. And it's going to be at a Lutheran church on Northfield. And they
Okay.
have a lot of yard.
Okay.
It's next to Giant Eagle. We have popular DJ Kim is going to be DJing. But what Jamocha is doing, we're giving out school supplies and backpacks.
Awesome.
In a short period of time last year, they were there when we first started at 12, and by 1, we were out of everything.
Okay.
So we kind of want to either have more or just limit how many they get,
Okay.
because we did get rid of them pretty fast.
Now, what's the address of the location for the pop-up shop?
It's 860 Northfield Road, and that's in Bedford, Ohio, and it's right next to Giant Eagle.
Okay, I know
Right
exactly where
next to Giant
Eagle is.
Eagle. It's a lot of yard. We're gonna have signs out, big yard signs out to say that that's, that it's here. And then you'll see vendors lined up from the street to the parking lot. We have about 25 vendors. This year, Jamocha is featuring are young entrepreneurs under the age of 18.
There we go.
And
Yes.
so we have some fantastic young entrepreneurs. And thanks to Lady Gilmore for giving me the book. And I looked at that and I said, we need to showcase these kids.
Yes, right.
And so we have about 10 of them that's going to be a part that's coming out.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're opening that up. We're going to be bringing that magazine back. And the Youth Entrepreneur will be available next year. So we'll let everyone know it's open to everyone.
Yes.
Okay, all our young adults, young entrepreneurs. I don't care if you're 3 or 4 years old, you making money, you selling Kool-Aid.
Yeah, right.
We are looking for you.
Right.
Because this is something that is so important to teach our children how to build their own wealth.
That's right.
Okay? Not to have to, everybody doesn't have to go work for someone else. You be in charge and let someone come and help you with your business.
right. Right.
And that is really good. So, is there a cost?
No, it's free to the public. We will be having flyers everywhere. And then their Bedford Heights Parade is on the 4th, next
Okay.
Tuesday. And we have about 1,000 flyers because we're always in the parade.
Okay.
And there's like hundreds upon hundreds of residents and kids out there during
Yes,
the parade.
yes.
In fact, the parade is 2 hours long.
Oh, wow.
So we
That's a big
stretch
parade.
Bedford Heights, Warrensville,
Okay.
and before we end up at Bedford Heights Community Center.
Okay.
It's a very long parade. So we're going to be passing out these flyers.
Are there vendor tables still available, or is there anything that you may need? You need more donations?
We always can use donations because we can always get more school supplies.
Well, tell our audience how they can donate to this event.
Well, they can email me, Barbara Bibbs, at bibbs6450 at yahoo.com. And we will either send someone to come pick it up. If they want to cash app, they can cash app it to $Bibbs Jack, J-A-C.
Say it again. You can cash app her now. Send the
can
money.
cash
Come on,
app.
get the money on over here. Let's help our
Right.
children.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We'd like to be able to. We're looking forward next year because there's a small park right next to the church. It's a small park. They have swings and slides, and I wanted to put a pony over there
Oh, that would be
and
nice.
let them, ride the pony.
Yes.
We have a young lady from that church that's doing face painting, so it's kid friendly.
That is wonderful.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's kid friendly.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, I want to let our audience know as well that your Jamoka Art Center, is this in a building or how can they find you?
They can find me through the email.
The email?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's not a brick and mortar building?
no.
Okay,
We
so how do
are-
you do this?
We are on location. What happens is that we are known. We do get the message out there to different places like schools, rec centers, that we exist.
Okay.
And each year we'll get a call from them that they'd like to have maybe a martial arts program at the rec center.
Okay.
And so we go over there, or I go over there, and we contract with them.
Okay.
The business paperwork and all that other stuff is handled at my home.
Okay.
Okay, so if there's anything that has to be mailed, it's mailed to me.
Okay.
Yeah, but we do good going on location because it saves them from having to bring people. The schools, we do it in their gym.
That's perfect.
We do it
Yeah.
in the gym. The senior centers, we do it in their community room.
That's
You know,
awesome.
so-
So you're
so-
mobile.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we're mobile. and all I have to do is if they're asking for a summer camp, what do you want at your summer camp? Because we can give you a full camp with drama, martial arts, gymnastics.
Really? That's nice.
Whatever you want in your camp, just tell me what you want. I'll get you the instructor, and then we'll contract. You know.
Oh, that is really nice.
Yeah.
So you provide all of this
Yeah.
to whoever has a need for it.
Yes. Yeah.
You can't get it any
And
better
we
than
get the
that.
calls. Sometimes I can't accommodate them because I only have a certain amount of instructors
Right.
that may be available.
Okay.
Everybody's not always available.
Okay.
So I have to ask them, are you available for 8 weeks, maybe 2 days a week? Is either yes or no.
So let me ask you, are you in need of any instructors?
Not at this time. We're
Okay.
Not. No.
Do you do a mentorship program? Are you
Well, the
doing any
drum
mentoring?
therapy, yeah, the drum therapy is a mentorship program.
Okay.
Because they go from what we do with the drummer to his own program now.
I see. I
You know,
see.
and they can get a scholarship through his program.
Oh, that's great.
They can do recording. They can go into the recording studio for an hour, you know, in his studio.
Okay,
You know, so there's
yes.
a lot of perks with starting out with us. And what I do with the drama, because I teach the acting, is I then put them with Karamu. I let them know that, you know, we've trained them, we've done a development, character development, and we want them to audition for this upcoming youth play.
Barbara, you are just amazing. You just do so much.
It's just things I really like to do. I just like to do it.
God is awesome.
Yeah.
Now, I would like for you to just give our audience the information on the pop-up
Okay.
outdoor event on July 8th.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay, the Bedford Community Outdoor Pop-Up is going to be Saturday, July the 8th, from noon to 5 p.m. It's at 860 Northfield Road, right past Rockside and before next door to Giant Eagle. It's free and open to the public, and we hope to see you there. There are over 20 vendors, and we are featuring Ohio's young entrepreneurs. You got to see this.
All right. Well, that's what's going on.